settled next to the Willamette River. Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. Fair catch, called for and made. A first down for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
To the air, it's McCord. He's got the back in the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Quickly out to the tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. To the air, it's Gabriel. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot, and we're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He'll try it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And then nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
That's caught. It's Hatcher. And the ball slipped out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have it. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Using his feet to buy time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense up.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Time to take a shot. He's got it all right. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Dropping back, it's McCord. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. If you consider the swing pass an extension of the running game, well, they shut down the run and the swing on that one.
No doubt. Locked them down. Great job seeing it right away. eyes on the running back. As soon as they threw it, multiple guys breaking on the football, getting to him, not letting him do any damage after the catch.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw for it. Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Finds the tight end. He's got enough to give Syracuse the 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Looking to throw it again. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
It's kind of tough when QBs drop back, and they're trying to protect the football and throw. A lot of times you get some good shots. If you rip at that football, you can cause an even bigger play and get that fumble to go with the sack.
Buys a little time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Caught behind the line. It's James. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they rolled the dice. Snake eyes.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my 1st half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Orange.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Syracuse, 14, Oregon, 7.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz.
Trying to beat the D deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown Ducks! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack, and I think...
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Using the quick game. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Oregon! They take the lead with the 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Nice job.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
He just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. Wants to throw. It's McCord. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 21, Syracuse 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Allen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's fourth and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice...
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. The Ducks will have a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 30. To the ground, he's got it again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cuse.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work. He's taking the shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Bulls his way forward. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
It's hard to stop Greg Lynch. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This kicker has missed his only attempt and desperately needs this one for the game. And it's good. He got it. He missed earlier, but connects when it mattered the most. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.